It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Cowboys and the Giants on Sunday night.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good pickup there, 22. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check, Panther, unlock line,
Stroud out of the gun here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Stroud. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in Week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. But don't count out the Giants. Their defense, they get after you with a lot of pressure. If their quarterback continues to grow, look out.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion. And
this one is right down Broadway. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But he's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one
6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Giants are going to... When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Play action. Stroud now. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The tight end is certainly in a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 10-0 the score after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Bronco switch,
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Check.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to burn his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one. It almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Touchdown, Giants. Deontay Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Well, the incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Over. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw is Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Diamador Manor. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9. Check. Roll.
Stroud looking to throw.
His throw incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
throw incomplete as well.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that a lot. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Well, I do believe the offense got this back. Goodness, they did. Their own 1-yard line is where they got it back, cutting it close here.
26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Peppers. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away. And go.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, 32 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 47-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That is taken in by Hurst. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Rodgers again now. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
So it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
26.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, and the Cowboys are going to get a first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Steps away to his left.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They don't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
Cowboys 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And finally taken down at the 15.
90 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Bronco switch.
ETN once more.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now Sam Sloman is on.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
This take it in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Now it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Rondell Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Sam Sloman for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers to throw once more. They set up the screen for Henry. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And
can I talk my... Come on. That other side. The Oakley way.